the season in general last season too. They were starting to show up a lot. They showed up heavy in autumns. They were definitely around in BCX, and right now we're going to see them show up here in the elimination top 8 side of bracket.
Yeah, Blasters are in an interesting spot. Of course, they kind of had the hitboxing on the downlight shifted. That's one of the big things that like stood out to me is like it's not as safe if you go for that stack up. On the other side, Dooblakek coming in with this spear, trying to go for those nairs, trying to stack up, but beware of Chair, able to get that bounce, pick up, gravity cancel downlight side air, and keeping Dooblakek stuck on this outside wall.
Yeah, both of them giving a lot of healthy space, too. Especially here at Miami Dome, you have plenty of room to go to the platform, try to escape, like right there, only taking a nair, not taking a lot of reads, because the last thing you want to be doing is taking a bunch of dodge reads against Katars, especially in situations like that where they're going to go hunting for them. But so far, nobody is there gone. I was going to say nobody's gone, but I would have lied to you.
Beware of Chair, just playing on a whole other level over Dooblakek right now, and keeping complete control, full on center stage as well as the weapon advantage. Dooblakek over to the spear, avoids the down sig this time, but still, Dooblakek is not finding hits on the Beware of Chair.
And now I have stats, so I'll bring them up afterwards, okay? We have proven Australia is actually real. And so far, like you said, Beware of Chair is holding just such a comfortable lead at the moment, up a whole stock, barely out of the yellow range, mostly because it kind of feels like Dooblakek is just second-guessing a majority of the approaches, even at that with the spear. That's why we saw the weapon toss his way. But at this point, it's just been so hard to find that straight hit. Finally finds at least one Sarah, but it has been tough to get something started.
Man, Beware of Chair has great Qatar fundamentals. You can see the way that he'll get this hit and then go for the punish on whatever Dooblakek just dodged on. You saw the down air hit, and then Dooblakek dodges in towards the center stage. Beware of Chair missed the first time. Second time, he's like, okay, I'm going to cover that this time and just go for that extra damage.
Yeah, I really like the fact, and you're gonna see the confidence playing from Beware of Chair too. The majority of this game has been played underneath the right side platform on Miami Dome, and there hasn't been much that Dooblakek has been able to actually do about stopping that. He stays there, waits for the jump in, covers it with a nair, simply makes you go to the ground, and starts going for the Qatar reads over and over again.
Oh, the dodge up from Dooblakek gets him out, but still, this has been the Beware of Chair show. Beware of Chair has had complete control over this one.
And Dooblakek needs to get something started, but at this point, it is starting to feel like one of those, okay, I got to look into game 2 to see where I want to go with this. Not to count anybody out at any point, but at the moment, I feel like Miami Dome is just working way too in favor. That was so clean. A 3 stock coming in from Beware of Chair. And we got some stats. So, turns out Beware of Chair actually is relatively new in performances, but even though he is... Is that pure 106? I thought that was 23 a second ago. That or was C23. Okay. But did get 9th at Winter Championships. So after having a couple 17ths, got 9th and ended up outplacing Dooblakek at that tournament as well. They don't have set history, so there's definitely some unfamiliarity going here. And like you said, it does feel like this is an Ada main, the way that is being played out. What do you think needs to be done? Because you have to reach deep in the pockets to figure out what happened. For one, me personally, stage needs to shift immediately.
Definitely a big thing is going to be stage control, because Beware of Chair had that in the pocket. And the real thing is finding an answer to those Qatars in particular. Like Beware of Chair blasters look solid, nothing critical about that, as much as the fact that his Qatars were just on point. The entire time he had Qatars, he was in control of the game, and Dooblakek really needs to find something. A lot of spear players in particular really like using that nair as kind of a get-off-me tool. The hitbox got a little bit smaller. It's still a really great get-off-me tool against players like who like to use those Qatars.
Exactly. Anything that can kind of just break up the situation, reset neutral, especially against something like Qatars where they're trying to stay on top of you. Like you said, even though it's smaller, the range that it covers around you, and you can kind of fade away with it too, just to try and get out of that situation. But the one big thing I saw was no combo starters. I don't think I saw a single moment where I saw a side light go off or a D-light combo like extension at all out of the spear. I think part of that, of course, happened to be Dooblakek was kind of forced into the air a bunch and had to try and find a way to land, and Beware of Chair just didn't let that happen. So I think wider stage is my guess, but that depends entirely on the bands, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like, in particular, like, it just felt like Dooblakek was playing on a back foot the entire time. Was trying to just constantly find footing, trying to find some breathing room. And it looks like the character swap is going to be the answer, as Dooblakek swaps over to the Enchantress. Wants a little bit more of a combo game himself, but still not the best in terms of like get off me tools against a Qatar.
I feel like at least the orb will help with the poke range.
Okay.
Like I feel like that was something that was definitely lacking. We were just alluding into with not really able to find any sidelights or anything with the spear. At least with the Enchantress, you have not only the poke range of the sidelight, but you also have the jump dares. You also have the signature kit to try and just push you away. Stay off of me, and then when I get in, I can get that consistent, clean damage that just comes off a sidelight side air, move you to this corner, and that's it. Because I feel like at this point, you don't need anything special. You need clean, consistent damage to slow down what Beware of Chair has done.
Well, we'll see if the Enchantress is looking clean as we go over here into game number 2 on Small Brawlhaven. Beware of Chair. First one to pick up weapons, it's the Qatars.
And no platforms in the mix right here, so we'll see if the platforms was the... Okay, the platforms do not seem to be the issue at all. Neutralize can at least put him on the side. You need to cover those ranges, of course. Kind of hard to catch the sneaks from Lucian occasionally when he comes back up, but there we go. Clean, consistent damage. Let's see if Dooblakek can build on it.
Yeah, I really like that option there, that gravity cancel sidelight into the side air. Just kind of catching Beware of Chair in an awkward spot, just throwing some different stuff out there. Has him in the off stage, but going to hold on to that main stage control.
These are working phenomenally so far for Dooblakek. So the character switch definitely looking better already, but going to go ahead and take that dare, getting walked to the corner again. This is where Beware of Chair has been super strong. Does not catch him, though, and committed really hard to that read.
I mean, one thing that's nice is that, like, you don't get punished too hard by Qatars, right? Like, the single hit damage is not that much in that position. So definitely gonna get punished because you held on to that side sig, but at least it wasn't like the biggest punish.
Yeah, it's more about the panics after. Did you panic into that recovery? Did you panic into going off stage into that free dare read? So so right now it's definitely looking significantly better. The character counter pick has definitely worked out, and that dare as well has worked out as Dooblakek actually strikes first.
Yeah, I really like that dare. Bouncing it off the stage covers a lot of space. Able to pick up the downlight. Doesn't see the option come out from Beware of Chair, so you don't see the punish.
I feel like Beware of Chair has been struggling a lot with the range, and just I think a majority of it's just the fact that when Dooblakek's gotten hit, he's getting more than one hit. It's not just the single hit. Re-exchange, Beware of Chair gets a bunch. Dooblakek not letting that get to him at all. Does finally fall, but so far it's looked a lot better. I'm curious to see how Beware of Chair rebounds after that first stock.
Yeah, I'm really curious. There's this question that was forming as this was continuing of how is Beware of Chair going to get those KOs? Because game 1, like almost all 3 of them were like a down sig on the corner, and you saw him kind of start to struggle here at the to get that first stock off of Dooblakek, and you're seeing Dooblakek take advantage. The Enchantress looking so good, getting so much damage. Yeah,
I feel like what Beware of Chair is, I think he might have been looking for habits out of it early. You need to start to look for where the dodge habits are so you can go for those recovery reads, because like you said, you were not finding those. You're not finding the D6 anymore. You need to start changing up where you're going with them, and the recovery might be the answer.
Definitely a strong option from Qatar players out there. You've seen Dooblakek go for that gravity cancel sidelight. Doesn't quite connect, but needs to finish this stock off of Beware of Chair. We are starting to see Beware of Chair kind of forced over these blasters. No pivot nair there off the end line.
That is now 8. 8 out of 9. 9, 10. Okay. Only 1 hit out of 11 swings with the blasters hit there. So Dooblakek's evasiveness has gone up, and the blasters are not getting the job done. He needs to solve the blasters if he wants to get going. That or he's going to be constantly baited into trying to get to the Qatars, and Dooblakek, I feel like, just understands that win con right now.
Yeah, right now it feels like Beware of Chair is just like full-on Lucian Qatars. The down sig's so effective for him, so it makes sense that he wants to play specifically Lucian's Qatars. But at the end of the day, if you don't have those Qatars in hands, might struggle, but the side sig almost takes out Dooblakek. Recovery doesn't hit.
Well, this would be a big opportunity if Beware of Chair wants to get back into the game. You find that recovery, find this closeout at all. One good stare. Doesn't get that one either, but oh no, oh god, the damage starting to build up. Dooblakek not letting that get away, going for the big play on the dare, but does not get anything else. Finally gets closed out.
Good positioning there from Beware of Chair. Saw Dooblakek sweat bead, so had basically no movement options there, and just covers that wall touch with the down air. Final stocks here, basically even.
This is for one. I'm definitely very impressed and very happy to see this adjustment, because I'm not one who just likes to see things go super south, super fast, especially in top 8. We're seeing an incredible adjustment off of Dooblakek here. The scythe has been working, the orb has been working solidly, but so far, Beware of Chair is starting to get some more damage in, and I feel like Dooblakek also, it's been a little bit since I've seen a solid combo starter, and I think Beware of Chair is starting to notice that.
Yeah, Beware of Chair definitely doing a really good job of avoiding, and You were keeping track of how many times Beware of Chair was not able to get hits. Now he is starting to get all the hits, and Dooblakek is the one who is whiffing on the scythe moves.
That is perfect. Perfectly timed. Exactly when you needed to happen. Now they are firing on all cylinders, constantly getting the call. The Sair's not going to be enough to do it. What are we going to do at the ledge? Weapon toss out, trying to get the mix-up. Neutralites won't connect, but Beware of Chair has complete control right now.
That was really interesting. You can see the decision-making coming out from Beware of Chair. He wanted the blasters. He wanted specifically downlight into the recovery. You didn't see the downlight hit. But you saw him throw away the Katars. Last game would have been 100% Katar downsig in that corner spot, but no, he wants the blasters. Either way, he's going to throw him away now. Dooblakek with the scythe in hand now has weapon advantage, but still, he needs more damage onto Beware of Chair. Weapon toss again coming out. Ensig gonna miss. Again, Beware of Chair struggling a little bit to finish off these stocks.
They might have an opportunity right here. Misses out. He keeps looking for that jump from ledge, but does not find the Sair just yet. Both of them being very afraid right now, watching out. Recovery just sneaks over the top. Dooblakek trying to put themselves on the board. They need they really just need one good read, and trying to weapon starve right now has access to the orb. One solid Sair, one recovery, anything pretty much should take it out at this point. Beware of Chair is struggling, Duke, to get access to a weapon.
Yeah, you're seeing Dooblakek really trying to play that weapon starve game. No SIGs thrown out. I saw the chase, I thought for sure, but either way, Dooblakek has that stage control, but there's the down SIGs, and Beware of Chair takes another one.
His accuracy on that from the ledge is a two-parter. A, it has been phenomenal throughout this whole set. B, Dooblakek is not giving that enough respect. Now, easier said than done on last stock, of course. Whiffed right in position, went for the dodge, knew it was coming, went up right after it, and punished him for it. But the fact that I think we've seen at least 7 of those connect from the ledge. Not all of them led to a stock, but they get Beware of Chair out of danger. And that one was the closer for the game. Dooblakek has to find an answer for that. Space a little bit better or something at the ledge maybe. But either way, though, kudos to Beware of Chair for recognizing that again, that has been working and getting that second game.
Yeah, I mean, Beware of Chair has just been so good at hitting that, and it's really on Dooblakek to make that adjustment. You saw kind of some like gears turning there. He just kind of dodged in the wrong direction. But in those corner spots, you just got to know Beware of Chair is going to be throwing those Katar down 6. If you're on the corner, he's going to do it. If you're the one covering the corner, he's going to do it.
Yep, I do feel a lot more confident, of course, in Dooblakek's game. I mean, that one did end up going to Beware of Chair, but most of that game was in favor of Dooblakek until it went to the final stock.
Yeah, but now Beware of Chair, he's leveled up. His blaster's looking better here. You saw that. You saw them kind of heat up at the end of the last one, and they are on fire now here in game number 3.
Yeah, big time. It went from not finding that hit to always finding it where you needed it. And sometimes you just need that single time to start to connect, and all of a sudden your confidence goes through the roof. He's not second guessing at all. All of this damage has come off the blasters. Dooblakek looking like kind of struggling to find an opener. I don't recall the last time I've seen a solid D-Light starter, which that's where most of Dooblakek's damage was coming from. And that won't be enough yet, Duke, but that was really close.
Yeah, almost did it, but Lucian, not really known for having high strength. Doesn't matter, though, because Beware of Chair is hitting so many things as the recovery gonna take out Dooblakek. And like you said, Dooblakek's not finding any of that momentum, not finding those downlights, not finding the end light into the gravity cancel side light that he was doing in game number 2, but it's gonna be the orb giving him a little bit here.
So every single one of these championships, we look at things and we go, okay, somebody's gonna have that surprise performance at Winters, and right now, Beware of Chair is pretty much doing that, looking very solid here, trying to knock out Dooblakek from the tournament, currently up 2-0, and I feel like the shades of game 2 that were kind of nervous are pretty much gone at the moment. Might be wrong with that. It gets back on stage.
No, that ground pound looks really goofy, and what it was is Beware of Chair didn't spot dodge. Like, that was supposed to be a GC down sig, and he just didn't have the spot dodge, so he was like, oh, I just ground pounded. Man, it's kind of interesting. Like, you saw there was a moment there. They were both in neutral, kind of just like dancing in their spots, and Beware of Chair is like, I'm gonna down sig. I just feel like it, and it hits. Dooblakek's just not ready for those.
Dooblakek, that finally coming back. Dooblakek was ready for that dare. I'm curious to see if maybe the orb needs to find more play. Actually, no. The scythe is what got most of the work done before. You need to get the scythe going again, actually. It's not the belief. I don't think it's a belief in the orb. I think the scythe has to get going, and right now it is. It's looking good. Just missing the GC D-Light.
Yeah, you saw pressure coming out. Good nairs again. Dooblakek burning these options out from Beware of Chair, getting these hits onto Beware of Chair, keeping him on this wall. But Beware of Chair does manage to scramble back onto the main stage, and Dooblakek did not get enough damage there.
Yeah, Dooblakek just missing that sidelight there, but still, it's been a little bit since Beware of Chair's had a solid hit, and this has been pretty good, but that's a D-Light recovery. Won't be enough, of course, off the top just yet here in Apocalypse, but that finally slowed down Dooblakek for a second.
You saw the momentum building for Dooblakek. Able to keep this one relatively close. Down sig, that's an easy punish, and Beware of Chair is going to get it.
Yeah, first time all set that you've seen that recovery attempt. Try to sneak in, catch someone slipping, think they might go off stage, go for a Sair, but Beware of Chair's patience has been really solid at the ledge.
Yeah, it's one that, like, if you're going to use it, that's kind of the spot to do it, is on your way back to the stage, because you can kind of trip up the positioning there by having it hit the wall. But Beware of Chair was just, like, in perfect position to get that punish.
No overextending. No, actually, that's pretty much been it so far. But I think the difference between Game 1, Game 2's kind of fall back, and then the Game 3 is that the entirety of what Beware of Chair has been done to succeed is simplicity is key. And that's what you need to keep doing. As this could be a big play right here, Weapon Toss does get Dooblakek out of there, though.
Yeah, definitely needed that Weapon Toss. You saw Beware of Chair was going to play that edge guard. Recovery still not enough for Dooblakek. Needs to finish the stock off. The side air will do it. Final opportunity here. We are on the elimination side of the bracket, so Dooblakek needs to get this KO.
It would not be the first time, won't be the last time we see a very solid play come here to keep that tournament run alive. Dooblakek maybe down 2 games, but all you need is just that one to get that reverse 3-0 started. It depends entirely on whether Beware of Chair wants to let that happen.
You saw, for once ever, Dooblakek manages to avoid the Beware of Chair Qatar down sig, but now he's disarmed. Avoids it this time, but is it enough? Is it too late, as Beware of Chair has complete control, and that was a dodge?
Now have to go back on stage, gets back through, but took so much damage to the mist, and it was the biggest problem the entire set, and it is what closes it out at the end. Once again, the DC comes through, and that is going to be Beware of Chair continuing this incredible run that we're seeing so far. The Dooblakek definitely picked it up a ton, switching off the Ada in the beginning, going into the Enchantress. It was definitely the right idea, but it was not enough to slow down Beware of Chair's run.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, if I was in Dooblakek's shoes, you see a tweet ASAP. you see that tweet. Broken Sig. Carried, man. But no, like, really well done from Beware of Chair, utilizing that down Sig in creative ways, throwing it out on the edge. You saw it kind of shifted away from just raw on the corner covering into, like, I'm going to use it to get back on the stage. And then by Game 3, it's like this gravity cancel.